He's going to come off. He's going to turn around, just make the catch, and Marino's going to have the easy completion. Watch the read. There he is, coming off the edge. See? Puts his hand up, says, yo, Dan, I'm here.
Marino, in a far different way than Cunningham, is so much fun to watch. He's got that beautiful delivery. Smith out of the eye play action. Marino goes deep, wide open. Touchdown, Tony Martin. A former college quarterback. He gets his second touchdown of the year, and Marino was perfect.
He absolutely was perfect. Good play action fake to hold the linebackers. Good little move by Tony Martin. He winds up catching it for 6.
Stoyanovich, who has not missed a point after, is on to try to make it 7. Scott Sequels, the backup quarterback, his holder. And the Dolphins break on top. A confidence booster for that Miami offense. They have taken a 7-0 lead over the Eagles. Theismann with you from Miami, where the Dolphins have taken a 7-0 lead. Stoyanovich set to kick it off. And Thomas Sanders, the deep man on kickoffs. Anthony Edwards had been doing the job, but blew several assignments against Buffalo on kickoff and punt coverage, and gotten Buddy Ryan's doghouse in a hurry. So Sanders is back there as the deep man. Got a Texas A&M, a free agent this year.
Anything that has to do with kick returns has been a nightmare for the Eagles this year.
Another high kick, this time not in the end zone. Sanders from the 4. Got to the 25-yard line. Took a big hit at that point from Kerry Glenn.
On that touchdown pass from Dan Marino to Tony Martin. Watch right here. This is Ben Smith. He's going to play off, and Martin's going to do a little stumble and then just take it right up. Good play action fake, holds the linebackers. Marino manages to get it up in a hurry. When I talked to the wide receivers of the Dolphins, they felt that Ben Smith was not that good a cover man when he played off as he did in that situation.
Buddy Ryan says his future is as a safety, but he's been playing very well as a corner. Keep it on the ground with Sherman. Moves the pile forward across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Gain of 5 or 6.
Here's a look at the pass. Marino with all the time roll. Great job up front by the offensive line. He just puts this baby on a frozen rope. Now, Tony Martin, if you remember last week against the Redskins, had a similar opportunity and dropped it. That was a negative confidence builder for the Dolphins. The Redskins went on and blew him out.
70-yard drive, 4 minutes. And very impressive, something they wanted to do against a physical defense. 2nd and 5, Cunningham under pressure. Wants a screen and just threw that one away. It didn't set up very well, so he gunned it and threw it incomplete. For those of you who are watching the Seniors GTE Kaanapali Classic, Bob Charles has won the tournament, but Charlie Cootie finished high enough to win the 1990 Cadillac Series. He's the champion and gets 3 new Cadillacs for the year. We'll have a complete wrap-up of the tournament at halftime.
They could start a dealership or a leasing company or something.
Right. Well, nasty weather conditions over there, at least for golf. 3rd and 5. 4-man rush. Cunningham floats it, and it's picked up. Intercepted by Lewis Oliver. His 5th of the year. That is only the 10th interception Cunningham has thrown this year as opposed to 24 TDs.
And I don't care who you are at quarterback. Randall's a great quarterback. Watch this. See, he throws this off balance. You can't throw everything going backwards. This ball just sails on him. See how it gets over Keith Jackson? Oliver does an excellent job of chasing the ball down.
Miami will have the ball at its own 48-yard line when we come back.
Defense has done their job. Now, if I'm Marino, I'll come right back out, maybe with play action again. Ben Smith has just been burned. Go back out and scare him. Work that side again.
There's the play action. Marino looking to the near side, now under pressure. Throws incomplete. Well, he's not Randall Cunningham, but he's able to move enough to get out of trouble. Intended for Martin that time on a comeback route.
Well, you know, here's a statistic, one of those little babies out of the air. The 3 games that the Dolphins have lost this year, their quarterbacks have been their leading rushers. Scott Schwade's twice, Dan Marino in the first game. Or Sequels, excuse me, not Schwade's. He's a wide receiver.
Which is a little scary that Marino would be your leading rusher.
Had 14 yards as the leading rusher. Sequels and the other one had 16 and 17.
And those were the games where Sammy Smith did absolutely nothing for this club. 2nd and 10. Pruitt is in the game as the 3rd wide receiver. Here's the blitz. Marino unloads, complete to Limbrick. He'll gain maybe a yard. Stuffed by Andre Waters.
One of the change-ups that the Eagles like to do is put Reggie White on the nose. They feel like if Marino's going to take 3-step drops, why not have White close? Look at this job he does. One quick swipe of Alexander, and he's gone. And look at how quick he gets back. Andre Waters coming up. Big, clean tattoo.
Reggie told us yesterday it's so frustrating to be double and triple teamed and not be able to get the sacks, but it leaves somebody else open. 3rd and 9. Marino rifles it. That will be shy of a first down at the Philadelphia 44-yard line. Schwade's made the catch. Frizzell was one of the players for the Eagles uncovered.
One of the keys for the Dolphins tonight is going to be not to take negative yardage early. They're going to get the ball off quick. They're going to be able to complete 7- and 8-yard passes, but they're not going to be able to have a lot of time to put the ball down deep.
4th and 2, and guess what? The Dolphins are not sending on the punt team. What they may do here is try to draw the Eagles offside. Either that or Don Shula is really set for it.
I think Don Shula is taking a chance. I believe that this is for the confidence of his football team. His defense is playing well. Now let the offense go out and show they got something to prove.
Play clock down to 1. Marino got rid of it. Throws deep. Complete. Duper. Down inside the 10-yard line. What a call, what a play. 38 yards. Ben Smith made the tackle.
Become very obvious who the Dolphins want to work on tonight. Ben Smith moved from safety to corner. Heck of a football player, but still struggling out there a little bit. Duper just puts a little shake and bake on him and goes on up the field. Great concentration. Perfect throw by Dan Marino.
It looked like he wanted to throw either to Sammy Smith or Garrett Limbrick coming out of the backfield and then look deep for Duper.
Perfectly thrown ball.
1st and goal. Smith behind Limbrick to the 4, fumble the ball. Looked like Miami got it back, and they did.
Oh, my goodness. Farrell Edmonds is sitting on the ground after his block, reaches out his left hand. He says, hey, guess what? Here's a football. What a heads-up play by Farrell Edmonds. What a tattoo by the Eagles secondary. Watch this. Left side of your screen. There comes the ball flying out. Boom. Waters knocks it out. Right part of your screen. Farrell Edmonds goes, wait a second. That looks like a football. I'll take it. This is what's known as putting your hat on the ball and reaching out and saying, I think I got one.
Still 2nd down. Goal from the 6 now. Marino incomplete. Almost caught by Pruitt. Waters was there along with Jesse Small. Pruitt shaking his head, going back to the Miami huddle.
He only had 5 receptions coming into the game. Watch this. Pushes into the end zone, pushes back. There's a catchable ball. Absolutely a catchable. I'm not sold on those gloves they wear, I got to be honest with you. They're sticky and slidey sometimes, and that one, the ball went right through his hands. You can't feel the ball with him.
Marino had lost confidence in him before he was cut, and that will not help his confidence in Pruitt. 3rd and goal.
Watch out for Jensen down here.
And that was going to be intended for Jensen, but he cut toward the near side. And Marino threw inside and shakes his head as Jensen turned around and looked at him.
You see Dan Marino and Jim Jensen discussing it as they come off. Now, Jensen's not going to be used a lot tonight because the Dolphins don't want to substitute on third down because the Eagles change personnel. Marino would rather know who's lined up without the substitutions and play with their normal personnel.
Stoyanovich will come on to try the field goal of 24 yards. He's had a great year. 17 of 19. His only misses came from 44 and 53. And the second-year man out of Indiana connects again. There's a flag down on the play, however. Remember, it was 4th and goal from the 6.
I don't think Coach Shula wants to gamble with 4th and 3 from the 3.
No.
I think, you know, that little flip of the hand there, I think that means a foot. Go ahead. Flick that thing over there. We're going to kick it again.
Offside. Number 46 defense. Penalty be declined. Field goal is good.
Jerry Seaman makes the call, and the Dolphins now on top of the Philadelphia Eagles. Our score 10-0.
Also, so this game's going to be very important for us to not only for our stretch as far as getting into the playoffs and like coming down the home stretch here. Plus the fact that, you know, they are a good football team. They're very physical, so we have to prove that we can be physical also if we intend on winning some games down the line in the playoffs.
They've proven it so far. They lead 10-0, and once again the Eagles in the midst of a bad first quarter. You'll remember last week they fell behind to the Buffalo Bills 24-0 before staging a big comeback and finally losing it.
Somehow or other, you just don't get the feeling that the Eagles are going to be concerned falling behind early in a game. But you can't do it all the time. It's not like a light switch. You can't turn it on and off.
Stoyanovich to Sanders at the 5. Jensen hit him first. He got away, but still brought down at the 18-yard line. And the Dolphins do a nice job getting down on special teams. Kerry Glenn was down there, and E.J. Jr. also in on the tackle. Scoring drive this time, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The touchdown drive took 4 minutes. So the Dolphins controlling the clock on the Philadelphia Eagles. You talk about not doing well against physical teams. The 49ers, until last year, had a rap that they weren't physical enough. Look what they've done. Cunningham to Byers. Dolphins collapse on him in a hurry. Offerdahl was there. And Jarvis Williams, number 26.
You know what I see the Eagles doing now? I think they came out and said, hey, a lot of people have run on the Dolphins. Let's try it. That's what Rich Kotite, their offensive coordinator, said. That's not their game plan. Randall Cunningham in the pocket, throwing the football to Keith Byers and Keith Jackson. That's their game plan. It looks like they're going to go with what they do best now.
Gain of 8 on the last play. 2nd and 2. Sherman, the single setback. And Sherman will get the carry. Breaks through a big hole. Oliver, the last man, drives him out of bounds. There's a flag down on top of the play. They'll add some on a run of 38 yards for Heath Sherman.
There's a face mask going to be tacked on. Heath Sherman had 11 carries last week, rushed for 70 yards, capable of breaking the big ones. Left side of your screen, look at this hole. They caught the Dolphins in man-to-man coverage, but here's the problem. They've been plagued with it. Last year they were plagued with it, and T.J. Turner had a shot at making the tackle and didn't. And if they don't wrap up and tackle people, you're going to see the Eagles running around all day.
They also had the strong safety Jarvis Williams up the line of scrimmage, and Keith Byers blocked him out of the play. Good look at Sherman, who's already gained 51 yards tonight, and that was his longest run of the season.
You can call defenses, you can get players in the right place, but you can't tackle for them.
Sherman again. Slipped to tackle. Offerdahl was the first man that hit him as he got to the 25.
John Offerdahl.
57 yards and 6 carries for Heath Sherman. Tom Olivadotti, the defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins,
said he was very glad he didn't drive home after the Redskin game because he'd have found a cliff to drive off of.
Well, that's coaching for you. He's 9-3. Hasn't done a bad job.